Всем привет, с вами канал Game. Сегодня мы продолжим расследовать преступления в LA Noire. Итак, мы находимся в отделе убийств. Вчера мы расследовали 3 преступления, сегодня расследуем еще 3. И с отделом убийств мы закончим. А я напоминаю всем, не забываем подписываться на каналы на Твиче и на Ютубе. А также можете их поддержать. Все необходимые ссылки есть под трансляцией. Так, белая туфелька смерти. Так. Да, очевидно, девушку сейчас убьют.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand.
Ну блин. Так поздравили, тут новая работа.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have invest in the short case. Ray Pinker will
Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fat, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, they're always
Так,
killers.
поедем на место преступления. Узнаем, что там происходит.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
Кстати, мне интересно, а что там по костюмам на данный момент? А, все без изменений. Эй, а ну давай сюда. Поехали.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not killers still out there.
Это
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man. But you can't always hit home run. Sometimes you just gotta make first.
Так. В этот раз все под дождем. Погода испортилась. О, уже почти приехали.
That guy there will lead us up.
Давай, веди меня.
I'll just be another dead man. I used to sing with a gig when I worked in homicide files.
Так, вот мы и прибыли на место преступления.
Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night and the rain washed most of it
Да,
away.
вот это
And the
плохо.
body? Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m. but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Вот это интересно. Да, вот из предыдущих она в одежде. И ни сумочки, ни документов, вообще ничего нету.
Circumstantial.
Окей, осмотримся.
There appears to be a
Опа.
dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Так, хоть что-то нашел. Так, тут ничего. Левая рука. Скорее всего, свет от кольца. Нет. Окей. А, ну, видимо, с ней все. Следы.
No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Так, следы машины.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Not now, Phelps.
Все, больше ничего интересного нету. Ну да, нету. Так. Это что еще за? Я только собираюсь позвонить.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Итак,
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
понятно.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course, anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Ну, об этом еще рано говорить. Опять передать я звякну. Эй. О.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Так.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thank you.
Хорошо, спасибо. Сейчас поедем разберемся. Ой, но больше никаких нет.
message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow.
Can't be the same guy, is what I'm saying, right? Before you start calling
Yeah.
Lucas and Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern. End of conversation. Understand?
Но послание могло не быть из-за того, что дождь. Дождь вполне мог помешать. Так, вот химчистка. Что нам скажет тут?
At least the rain stopped. Change back into those white boxes.
Эй, здравствуйте.
Please, I have business to run. Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363. If you give me a minute, I'll go find register and you can take a look.
Хорошо.
You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Так. 1363. Вот оно. Я ведь все правильно, да? А, не, вот он. Да. Ну вот и правильно, но только он показывал настолько ниже, оказывается. Всем спасибо. Вы мне больше не нужны. Так, зрение влаги бродяг.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, I guess we ought.
Опс. Посмотрим, что он скажет там.
All units in the vicinity of any Century unit. The 211 is shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identified.
Так, подождите-ка. Я пока чуточку на паузу. Надо кое-что посмотреть. Ага. Блин, пришло уведомление от МЧС на сегодня и завтра. Ожидается сильная гроза. С большим порывом ветра. Да. Ага. А вот и оно. Так как бы туда подъехать? А ладно, пойду прямо отсюда. Ну и... А, во. Скрипт сработал.
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people. We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
А, ну да. Видимо, все.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Ладно. Пока как-то все тупиково идет. Ладно. Что у нас дальше будет? Ага, вот, сейчас подъезжаем. Так, и что у нас тут?
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place,
Так.
Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her
Да.
favorite shoes.
Can we
Очень
come in,
похоже.
Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss.
Вот и все.
I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think that...
Procedure. You see to your girls.
Просто молча встали и пошли.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Да, мы просто
Want to
осмотримся.
hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Так, бар у барона.
Need to check if she was a regular. I wonder why the picture was turned down.
А мы видим озеро на невладах.
Incidental.
Так, комната детей.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Да, согласен.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Что у нас тут?
So she went out without her hand?
Ага, а вот и сумочка.
At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Так, водительское удостоверение.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Ботинки. В грязи. Да, блин. Во.
Let's see if Pinker can match the impression of the crime scene.
Так. А что-то еще есть? Окей. И вряд ли что-то есть снаружи дома. Поэтому продолжу искать внутри.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Так-ка. Вот оно.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Блин. Что-то я еще упустил. Так. Снова пару барона.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
Блин, где-то еще что-то. Я говорить я пока не буду, я еще не все нашел. Да, тут я осмотрел. Где еще что осталось? Неужели действительно что-то снаружи? Окей, обойдем дом, осмотрим. Странно, что я нигде ничего не вижу. Но что-то еще осталось. А, кстати, по телефону пока позвоню.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, man.
Ну, проверка Айби. Блин, что-то я не могу найти. Так, так воспользуемся. Так я пройду. Да что ты встал-то на пути? А, подожди-ка. Одежда. Мокрая. Был под дождем. Похоже, все-таки что-то снаружи. Во. Канат тройного
Like a match
плетения.
with the ligature marks.
Все. Теперь можно и приступать к допросу.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Так. И ты в это веришь?
So you don't know
Блин.
anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
Да, согласен. Надо было усомниться.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Так.
And?
Опять?
I was playing pinochle with some of the guys. Teresa had a few belts too many. She said she wanted to go out
Придется
dancing.
переиграть.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
А я
I think
сомневаюсь.
you're in an unhappy marriage, Lars. I think you're lying, and you would like to get it off your chest.
You telling me my wife was unhappy? What proof do you have of that?
А почему тут нету? Ладно.
You're off the hook, for now.
Это мнение.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Так.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Да ладно.
Why did you only report your wife missing this morning?
Короче, так, надо переиграть. А то он выглядит так, как будто ему нечего скрывать. Но, блин, на самом деле он постоянно не договаривает.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's
А,
place,
теперь все
Bobby
заново это
Ross's, for a
слушать.
party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last
Вашу
night.
жену убили.
Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss.
Бла-бла-бла-бла-бла.
I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search.
Так, надо бы звякнуть.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Окей.
Thanks for your help.
Все. Отправили проверки Айби. Бар убрал нам.
Need to check if she was a regular. I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Так, тут все. Да, сумочка не имеет отношения к делу. Так, это тоже никакого отношения к делу. И это тоже. А, подожди-ка, вот. Еще одни.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
Так.
If you'd excuse me, ladies. Doesn't look like anything.
Да, ничего интересного. Мокрая одежда.
Ours was out in the rain last night.
Обувка. Так, чтоб тебя.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression of the crime scene.
Так, канат.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Так, да, еще что-то не нашел. Так, что я забыл на этот раз? А, сумочка. Точно, сумочка.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies. So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity.
И на этом вроде все.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Да, на этом все. Так, мне сейчас сохранение, чтобы заново не обыскивать. Да-да, это как раз таки мы здесь. Эх, на сохранении делается. А жаль.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Так.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa.
Да-да, конечно.
She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
For the record, Terrence,
Что?
did you kill your wife?
Oh my god. This... No. I didn't kill my wife. And fuck you for suggesting it.
А, какого хрена?
If you have more questions, I'd rather get this over with now.
Блин, я другой хотел сделать, ну да ладно. Вот. Да ё-моё, зачем ты вышел-то?
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue.
Да, вот
Baron's
бар у
bar.
барона.
She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
А я сомневаюсь.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
Так.
About 8:30.
Да, она ушла
Maybe a
полдевятого.
little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Тут я сомневаюсь. Но не знаю, сомнение и ложь. Как и ложь.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight
Да.
home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
У тебя мокрая куртка.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for
Окей.
answering our questions, Mr. Charlton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, they give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Terrellson broad had her last drink at Baron's bar. We should check the place
Appreciate
out.
your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Окей, поедем в бар. Опс. Все, мы почти приехали. Довольно-таки близко. Бар у барона. Время час дня. Окей.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio.
Так.
They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. You know, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Так.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Честно или нет? Вроде бы честно.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
She wants a 5-star
Так.
goddamn wedding.
Окей. Заказ. И ниже номер такси.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Спасибо.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Так, а вот тут ты врешь.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor
Так,
in
маньяк.
uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other men?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now.
Ох ты,
Red
зашибись.
polo shirt.
Он прям тут.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
А тут ты явно врешь.
She was murdered,
Нет.
Benny. Brutally murdered. If you like this lady, you should give us something.
You telling me I'm not cooperating? Watch it, pal.
Thank you for your
Oh,
help,
Ben.
Mr. Bluff. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Ах, и тут побежал.
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Bates! We just want to talk.
Got a ride. Get in and drive.
Окей.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
А, Бен, да нефиг под колеса прыгать, а.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
О, Бен.
You gotta get me closer.
Так. Че теперь тут можно попробовать догнать?
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Да, блин, нечего под колеса.
Steady, and I'll try to bust
А, блин, зараза.
showing you how it's done.
Так, ладно, надо переиграть это уж точно. Зараза. Вот это лажа была. Просто полнейшая лажа.
That cherry pie was delicious.
Gents, drink?
Phelps
Okay.
and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Да, давайте уже говорить.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
When the hell's the food gonna
Так.
arrive already?
Окей. Снова номер такси.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Так.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His
Так.
cap said, USS Indiana.
Те, кто будет с ней.
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red
Okay.
polo shirt.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Окей, все, выстрел.
We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD! Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Зачем вот так вот орать издалека? Надо было сначала подойти.
Go, Phelps, get after it.
Но он не мог бежать.
Come on, gotta ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Так. АБН.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he meant to pick it.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Воу-воу-воу. А ну стоять.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. I'm trying to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Блин, я его чуть-чуть всего еще не нагоняю.
Let's end this fun.
А вот и все.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Give it up, LAPD! Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this?
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Так. Блин, что-то я ему не доверяю.
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
Чё-то ты немного не договариваешь.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Окей. Так. Что дальше? Садись давай. Ты сидишь и не... А то я могу и без тебя уехать.
Just try the Hollywood Beauty Bath with Pandora and you'll see why. Pandora brand soap's got that creamy, active lather that's soothing and gentle on your skin. Why, Pandora is 7 ways better than...
Блин, чё ж ты такой тупой, а?
Pandora lathers twice as fast, even in the...
Сам дойдешь. Я пока позвоню.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Он бежит.
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who's involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective.
Окей. А нам чем пока заняться?
Message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information
Опа.
relevant to your case.
А вот маяк
Jessup is
сам
currently
появился.
being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Ну хоть в этот раз он задумался сесть.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Bob. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together. Hope you're right.
Так. Окей. Сейчас заглянем. Опс. Блин, а чё метка так резко поменялась?
This is 11K. We'll handle the 415.
11K, officer intel, 415 shots fired, 313 Bunker Hill Avenue, 313.
Ё-моё. Опс.
Where's that cab got to now?
Так. А где этот таксист? Я приехал на место. И где мне его тут искать? Так. Так, замечено у бензозаправки, движется на север до 7-й. А, вот, сейчас сюда, к 7-й выйду. А в какой стране север? В какой стране север? Я ж не знаю. Направо и налево. Попробуй повернуть направо.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Блин, что-то мне кажется, у меня не получится найти. Дайте я поеду. И может до этой, ну, по этой улице поехать. Если не смотрите север в этой стороне. Где это долбанное такси? Ни хрена не понимаю. Так, сейчас попробую-ка узнать. Где косяк-то? Так. Вот. Я слишком долго ехал. Так, тогда давайте заново. Так. Вика, телефончик. Идите нафиг.
Broad has socks. Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North
Да,
Avenue?
ищите
We're tracking
моряка.
a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S.
Так, кстати, да, еще сейчас кое-что проверю. Так, нет, все нормально. Все нормально. Что ж, продолжаем.
Eagle Seaman has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks, man.
Угу. Да, моряк, который надо допросить. Парень, садись. Окей, я тут прекрасно сажусь. Так что я разберусь их.
Tables are turned now, haven't they, boys?
Hey, look, old man, we're sorry. Just quit shooting.
The hell I will. I'm getting pretty tired of losing my weekly take to you punks.
Ain't gonna last long in a tin shack.
Я не понял, а куда? А, понял. Все вниз. Оу-оу-оу.
Damn them, this is a $30 suit.
Оу-оу-оу. Блин. Я его даже не заметил. Откуда он вообще вылез?
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 is shots fired at 410 South Flower Street. Units at Canano Code 3 identified. All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 is shots fired at 410 South Flower Street. Units at Canano Code 3 identified.
Tables are turned now, haven't they, boys?
Да-да-да.
Hey, look, old man, we're sorry. Just quit shooting.
The hell I will. I'm getting pretty tired of losing my weekly take to you punks.
Ain't gonna last long in a tin shack.
Так, а ну-ка стоять. Так, на этот раз надо бы повнимательнее быть. Блин, я его так ранил. Ну, игра прицел. Ага, так, они оба спустились вниз. Воу-воу-воу. Где там второй? Вот и все. -2.
This is car 11K. Shots fired at South Flower Street, Scott's Garage. It's code 4 here, but suspect is down. I need an ambulance and coroner.
11K, roger on the ambulance and coroner. All units, 11K reports code 4 on the shooting at 410 South Flower Street, Scott's Garage, code 4.
Ладно. Так, поедем. Сюда пока что. А где сообщение о такси? Ладно. О-о-о. Вот это был неждан.
Get out of the way! There's a madman on the loose!
Это реально был неждан. Я не понял.
He's in interview too.
Окей.
What do you make of him? Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Mouthpiece for strips off me at the Grand Bridge. He got thrown out.
Detectives Phelps
Ну,
and
привет,
Galloway.
морячок.
We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Так.
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Да, ты что-то не договариваешь. Так.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
Окей.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Ты опять что-то не договариваешь.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective.
Так.
Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on
И что же?
Brand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Опа, вот это уже интересно.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Three suspects in the can and one on the hook. Still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K.
Да.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Terrelson picked up.
11K, roger.
Так, вот мы снова сюда вернулись.
LAPD! We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. We need to stay copacetic. We need to hold out for capital. How do we do that? Like this.
Buckshot comes down, fellas.
These men know they're harboring a murderer.
We need to fight for it.
Так-ка, оп, оп, опс. О, блин. Да уклоняйся ты. Я ж нажимаю уклонение.
Hey, what's your name?
Comrade Stoller.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Ну и посмотрим. Кто тебя надел? О, кстати,
Krillman's
газетка.
over here, Phelps. Boss is doing fine.
Still working?
Так.
Yeah. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
Так, и что на
I
этот
told you I
раз?
would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
Да уж, вот это история.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Ну и все.
Got a problem, pal?
Опа, веревка со следами крови.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Кошелек.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Кристал Барум. А, тут только сумочка, ну ладно. А, все, я тут все нашел. Пошли. Надо заняться вопросом, однако.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession.
Опс.
We can charge the bum with
Ты
murder.
отвлекся. А, кстати, Уйси тут. Да. Ну, подумал, щеточку срезал.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports obsolete sound for shots
Ай,
fired
да
at
насрать.
Foster now. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Anti-handle code 3 identified.
Так, мы прибыли обратно.
Going this way.
Now I'm not so sure.
Все тут? Окей.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines. How do you know? The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I've killed.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof.
Ага, веревка окровавленная.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Ты охренел?
You're lying, Ackerman. There must be a reason. You could have killed her in the camp.
My reasons are my own. Can you disprove what I say?
Надо подумать. Так. Ну да. Улики-то у меня нету.
Looks like I made a mistake.
Ну и правду-то он не говорит. Это уж точно. Ну тогда попробуем сомнение.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
Все. Вот и все.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Да. Пахла от босса. Они к 12 и 17. Хотя мне не 5 звезд. Ну, мне почему-то второй раз не предложил туристического, а первый раз я нигде не мог его найти. Ну да ладно, и так хорошо. Так. И снова в этом баре.
walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
А Фелпсу, похоже, тут понравилось. Раз он сюда периодически ходит. Еще одна пьяная.
Of course we will look into it.
Еще одна жертва.
Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Эх.
Right, Skipper.
Пойдем разберемся.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for? I said you bucked in there and find that goddamn Emperor.
Так, заглянем в ломбард.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone can pony.
If you take it along with all of the other indicators.
Hold on. Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's ground. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Так. Вот и ломбард. И, кстати, Нойера-то ведь я не арестовал, я тогда другого обвинил.
How can I help you boys?
Иди сюда, на.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give it?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Так, давай-ка осмотрим.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Окей. Окей, а что?
Does this mark mean anything? Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Да, караты. 22 карата.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Окей. Вот и все. Теперь поедем на место преступления.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned the rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. The Dahlia letters are true. The man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
Да, вполне возможно.
How do we prove that? No. Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help.
Я туда не поеду.
7th and Olive, a 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Так, мы почти добрались. А, только вот это под нами. А, да, сейчас вот тут съезжу. Оп. Ты куда прешь? Это я выскочил. Вообще же, куда он ехал-то, а? Вообще борзел.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until it's yeah.
We're all on the same team, Russell.
Chain of command, though. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
Так, вот мы и прибыли.
Hard, isn't it? Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
А что с ним не так?
Keep an eye on both of them.
Ладно. Посмотрим, что тут. Сумочка, сумочка, сумочка. Так, бла-бла-бла.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
А, да. Значит, кто-то хочет прощения. Кинокомпания.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
А нафиг она тогда таскает? Это закрыли несколько лет назад. Очередной бар.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Ну понятно, все алкоголички. Так, и что это?
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Да, меня тоже это смутило.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Ладно, смотрим тело.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell. But it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Так, тут больше нечего. У нас что? Так, колечко.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. the state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Окей. Кто у нас тут?
What have we got here?
Расскажешь?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Так, что тут еще можно узнать? А, я все нашел? Окей. Пойдем позвоним.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
Окей. Магазинчик нашли. Ну что, поехали. Так, а почему мне преступление все еще показано активным? А, точно, надо же с тем еще побазарить. Я совсем про него забыл. Тот, кто нашел труп.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Помада.
Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop. Don't hit him.
Да.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Ты совсем что ли дебил?
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Чё ты врешь?
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Да уж. Ну и мразь его. Вот еще. Так, куда раньше заглянуть? Ну, давай по порядку. Сначала в бар.
Whoa there.
Так. Блин. О.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay.
Armies can't fight without food.
Да как же тут
Spend all
выехать-то?
your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew King. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Так. Сейчас где-то у нас тут бар. Блин, не успел. А что значит отвлекаться на дороге? О, блин. А вот это... Забавно вышло. Блин, что как-то далеко. Так. Бар уменьша.
Drink, fellas. Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Match. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Хорошо, сейчас поспрашиваем.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a
Привет,
starving
Мушка.
writer detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay.
А, блин,
I see your point.
идет
How
мне.
well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Я не верю.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Окей.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Так.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information,
Ну
Mr.
ладно.
McCaffrey.
Так, что у нас дальше? Так, а почему тут показывает, что еще не все? Так. Подожди-ка. А,
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights. You don't have any. Answer the question. Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
От говнюка. Все, кто-то еще тут есть? Блин. Показывает, что тут еще что-то должно быть. И все. Нет, что-то еще. Но вряд ли снаружи.
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
If you don't mind, I'm trying to grasp a very elusive thought.
One more time, pal, and I'll break your fucking jaw.
Ты серьезно?
Advice?
I say we try the liquor store next. I could get a short dog for the car.
Блин, что тут еще есть? Но я не могу понять, что именно. Ну ладно, может быть потом. А ну, поедем дальше. Потому что я ничего получить от них не могу.
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
Amanda's a suspect, Rusty.
О, а вот мы уже почти на месте.
What can I do for you? LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Видим как раз таки вот там вещи, которые были написаны. Они тут и хранятся.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
А, похоже, тут она и жила. Так.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Метафизика.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Так, подожди-ка, там что-то было? Да, вот оно.
And she was borrowing
McCaffrey.
books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
А, это уже что-то.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Ну, это и так было легко понять. Вот, воин Кроуинга.
Rawlings bowling alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Да, тут чел. Так.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Вот это интересно.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
I got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
А тут, мне кажется, ты врешь.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr.
Yeah.
Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Обязательно поймаем. Ага, кто там?
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to
11 King, in or out?
Ох ты, блин, что там такого срочного? Опс, извините. Опс, тут тупик.
The citizen reports a man with a gun on grid between 4th and 5th. Any Central unit identify. KGPL 20 Central unit. The citizen reports a man
А,
with a
так
gun
по пути заглянул.
on grid between 4th and 5th. Any Central unit identify.
Please, you've got to call for help. He doesn't look real good.
Quick, what happened?
Some punk held up my stand. This guy tried to help and got a bullet for his trouble. He got hit and hightailed it through the parking lot. Get going!
А, о, будем преследовать. А ну стоять. Вот блин буян, а. Да бы... Ай.
you come any closer, I'll pull the trigger. Put the weapon down now.
Да, давай, бросай. Так.
What are you waiting for, Phelps? Up and at him.
Оставьте еще один. Вот и все. Это было изи.
Car 11K calling KGPL. Shots fired. Suspect is down. We're code 4, but I need an ambulance on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets.
11K, roger on your ambulance. All units be advised the suspect is down on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets. Repeat, the suspect is down. Code 4.
Так, а нам надо на базу. А, блин, я опять забыл.
Breathe, damn it!
Этот долбанный тупик. Второй раз уже на нем так. Да.
Wow, that looks like the captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
I say we bust in there and find
Так, и что же там у нас такое?
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
Evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Окей.
You are a modest person.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Так, что-то я не туда пошел. Так, подожди-ка. Телефончик.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help.
Хорошо.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down on my staff.
Let me pose a question. Pens,
What's it got to do with it? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away? Depends. On what? On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slam ever found out. I've always found the siren useful in situations like this.
Так, едем по следующему адресу. Что же нам скажут в боулинге? Как бы... Но он сам мешал еще. Он снова по пути. Да, чтоб вас, а.
This is car 11K. We're on the help.
Надо бы их догнать.
That alleyway leads to the rear of the building, sir. Someone's gonna have to climb up and take him down.
Good luck. Don't let him get a beat on you like I did.
Кто еще целый?
Get over here, will you? This isn't as much fun as it looks.
Так. Братика.
Should have had that second one.
Так, где там этот говнюк? Два точных выстрела. Ну вот и все. Так, едем дальше. Так, что нас ждет тут? Так, я пока поставлю паузу. Так, отойду буквально ненадолго, но скоро уже вернусь. Подождите меня, я вернусь. Ну вот и все, я вернулся. И мы продолжим. Так, мы прибыли в боулинг.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business for us. You got a guy who works here by the name of Tierney?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters.
Хорошо.
Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, man. Let's go get it.
Опа.
Would you recommend this?
Я видел, как он побежал.
Tiernan, LAPD. There.
Так. Давайте в погоню.
What are you waiting for? Get after it!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel hero.
Я.
Keep it steady, I'll try to bust his
И
tires.
куда он? Блин.
Another runner. At least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means. Don't want to sleep on it. Give me
Ай, ё-моё.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Hit it. Clean this
Оставь
asshole
тебя.
off the road. He's going through the square.
Hope the people see him in time to get out of the way.
Ты что, совсем дебил?
Now's not the time to play around, Phelps.
What if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them?
Don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detective. Leave that to the person's imagination.
Нет. О-о-о.
I'll tell him to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Oh, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's alright, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it.
Так, а ну стоять.
Show me your hands.
Нет, эта музыка действительно начинает меня доставать. Это тут такая... Так. Давай подгаем на квартиру Макэфри.
Suspicious activity 111 South Alameda. Stand by for further for any Central unit.
А после этого полицейский участок. На допрос. Так. Ты должен быть у нас где-то тут.
Easy.
Да-да, ты мудак. Так, мы приехали. А, подожди-ка. Я там 6-я.
McCaffrey's in apartment 6.
Ну да, похоже, наверху. А, 6-я справа. А, это 7-я. 8-я. Фу, слева. Вот она.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Так. И что же мы тут найдем?
I don't think so.
Книжечка. Ох ты, блин. Вторая половина записки.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
А, подожди-ка. Там еще книгу можно смотреть. Но вряд ли она относится к делу. Да. Опа.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there.
Хорошо.
drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we could write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Окровавленная одежда. А почему это не стреляет с уликой, а? Непорядок. А, все, тут больше ничего и не найти. Ну ладно. Так, пойдем поднимемся на крышу. Ага, вот оно.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
Эх. И вот он уже пытается удрать. А ну стоять.
Stay and fight the good fight.
There he is, officer!
Не убежишь. Все. Хана тебе.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's gotta be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. I don't think that asshole Jameson. Whoever was that Dahlia from.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the dog?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case in half, shall we? Then we can sit down,
Ну, дайте
all the
уже не
puzzle
поехать.
pieces together.
I'll hold you to that.
Сейчас едем в полицейский участок и займемся допросами. Опс, реально железную дорогу выехал? Ну да ладно. Все равно поеду.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Хорошо. Поговорим сейчас с обоими. Начнем с тебя.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Блин.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Ага. А я не вижу. Так.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan.
Блин.
Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Неверно.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
Ну тут ты, скорее всего, прав. Нет?
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. And he had nothing but vitriol for her.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Come on, Tiernan.
Опять неверно.
Either you killed her or she left the hotel.
Да что ж
Why did she
такое-то, а?
leave?
Look, I may have yelled at her. I was very drunk. It's hard to remember.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
I want the truth. I think you broke into McCaffrey's apartment and planted a lug wrench there.
I didn't do that. And there's no way you can prove any different.
А, да, монтировка оттуда.
As hard as this is for you to contemplate,
Блин.
I really loved Evelyn.
А, блин, все 4 неверно, это очень плохо. Да, блин, отстаньте меня, мушка, а. Так, надо заново ее допросить. Чтоб тебя. Так, попробуем снова его допросить.
I got the jitters again.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Тут явно врет. Так, это другое дело. Так. Так. Может, это покупка алкоголя?
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends? How come this is so hard to believe? A man and a woman getting along, liking each other just as friends.
Oh, блин.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you?
Да что ж такое-то, а? Чё он такой крепкий орешек? Так.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn.
Ладно.
Why did
До
you
бытия.
run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Ты явно
Keep
врёшь.
lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Так, подожди-ка. Блин. Да, блин, не то.
Looks like I was mistaken.
No, don't go! We both want the truth here.
Подожди-ка.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
Так. А, вот это, кстати, кое-что странно.
No, don't go!
Ладно,
We
ладно,
both want
ладно.
the truth here.
Не ной, не ной.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
You're lying, Tiernan. You've been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left, that was it!
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Так.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Так.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Вот ты явно врешь. Но я не знаю,
Lying to
как
me
это
and I'll have you
доказать.
charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
А то есть, по сути, сам только что признал. А, да пофиг.
How come this is so hard to believe? A man and a woman getting along, liking each other just as friends.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Окей.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never
Пойдем поговорим с МакЭфри.
I want to make comments. You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Все, будешь выделываться, да?
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Так. А как насчет книги?
We know that you thought enough of her to loan out your copy of the Metaphysics.
I what? I did no such thing. That bitch stole that book from my apartment. The impudent fucking moron.
And that made you angry?
Angry? I was livid. Looking up at me with that stupid face of hers, begging me to forgive her. Aha. Very good. That's one to you, detective.
Так. Вышел из себя.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Так, ты явно врешь.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Ну, у нас здесь обрыв письма. Точнее, разорванное письмо.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Блин, а вот по сути да. Но что-то тут не то. Надо подумать. Так. Блин, подожди-ка, надо глянуть. Надо кое-что глянуть. А вот, обвинение Тирнана.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Да, Тирнан об этом говорил.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Так, давай-ка
It's either gonna
закончим.
be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Какой ты самодовольный.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would come back.
Так.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Так, обвинение МcCaffrey.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box. And he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn. And that it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. It wasn't me.
Да уж. Закончи пока допрос.
Wait here.
Надо подумать.
Put
What
the
now?
heat to one of them, Phelps. Your choice.
Но ты другой. Не, вот это довольно-таки интересно.
I got the jitters again.
И вот реально я не знаю, что делать.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Она, обвини вот этого.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady and never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in a prison graveyard.
А, видно, занервничал. Так ему и надо. Ох ты, да, насчет ущерба как-то не очень. А, ну, все хорошо.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon's in worse shape. That medic is the craziest, the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nabus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nabus and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions! We only have minutes! I'm in charge here, Sergeant! Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant! What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant! What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... I think that point is now moot! You have 10 men left! My orders are to save what's left! Move out!
Да. Ладно. На этом сегодня закончим. Хотел 3 расследования, но они немного затянулись. Поэтому остановимся на 2. Да и в конце как-то стало тяжко. Блин. Что-то мне кажется, легче и дальше не будет. Если так, то на следующее расследование у меня уйдет снова больше часа. Так, блин, не то выбрал. Так, ладно. Сейчас закончим, продолжим в следующий раз. Что ж, не забываем подписываться на мои каналы на Твиче и на Ютубе. Также, если хотите их поддержать, ссылка под трансляцией. Что ж, это был Казгейм. Всем спасибо, всем пока.